Hello Lifers, Pastor Chad here. I'm so excited to just give you an update on what's going on at Life Community. So many of you have just been so faithful in your giving as we continue to worship and serve God Sunday and really Monday through Sunday. It's been incredible how faithful you are. I heard of your faithfulness from Pastor Jake, many of the other pastors, but man, you guys have really been giving financially, through prayers, through serving, and I just want to thank you. I just want to thank you so much because many of you, this is different. Our online giving is up, and you guys are being so faithful to Jesus. Remember, you're not giving to Life Community. You're giving through Life Community to touch neighbors and nations and to touch this ever-changing culture with the never-changing gospel of Jesus Christ. So I just want to say thank you for continuing to be faithful in your giving. Also, something I want to say thank you about is life groups. You guys are using Zoom and other types of communication, and our life groups are continuing to meet every single Sunday. Matter of fact, I would be interested to know how many we've been running in our life groups, because I know one of the things that I love about this is that many husbands and wives, they may serve in different areas and they're not able to go to life groups at the same time. But I'm seeing that many people are able to do that now. Now, don't take this the wrong way. In no way do I like doing this, meeting the life groups through a Zoom call better than I do like in person, okay? Nobody does. But I do know this. You're making the best out of this situation. I taught this past week a life group, and they had 86 in that life group. It was incredible, and we're able to go through and see husbands and wives worshiping. Pastor Micah's group is still meeting. Pastor Ryan's group. We've jumped in a couple of other groups that are still meeting. And if you are a life group teacher, and you want to know how we can help you do that with your group, man, contact the church office. We'd love to help get that set up and to help you with that. But continue to stay strong in that area, and you're still having some sort of community, even if it is through digitally, okay? All right, next, I want to talk to you about some needs that you guys can help us meet, okay? So if you go to our website, there's a link there that talks about needs in our area, in our church. We're putting together a list of needs and people that we can pray for. And as a church family, we want to help meet those needs. And so help us with that, because we're not just going to be a church that sits back. We want to be a church on the front lines. And we're doing that with the Feeding at Life on Lexington. We're doing it every single Tuesday. The staff goes over and they help many of the other volunteers. And we're feeding close to 1,000 people every single Tuesday. We're giving food that way. And so it's all because of your faithfulness and your prayers. So continue to do that. And one more thing before I talk about what I'm going to do in my sermon. This Sunday, would you do me a favor? Would you simply, while you're watching the sermon, on whatever venue you're watching it on, would you just let someone take a selfie of you worshiping, or someone take a picture of your kids worshiping, whether it's their kids' church, do a short video or whatever. If you do that, would you get on our Facebook page or on the YouTube page? Would you just upload that photo? We want to collect some of those, and we want to do something with that. I believe that will be a blessing to you. And we just want to see you worshiping, okay? We want to see that. Do that, we'll share it, and we'll have a great time. Last thing I want to talk to you about, because I could talk all day long to you, I miss you that much, is what I'm going to preach on this coming Sunday. You know, Pastor Jake knocked it out of the park this past Sunday with his Easter sermon, okay? Now we're going to move into, so the resurrection has happened. What happened on Resurrection Sunday after Jesus arose? If you remember, the disciples are shut up in this room. They had shut the door because they were fearful that the Jewish people and the others were after them and going to find them. And so they're in there all locked up, afraid, when the Bible says in John 20 that Jesus just appeared in their midst and said, "Peace be to you." I don't know about you, but if you and I were in a room and the door was locked and I was afraid already, and all of a sudden Jesus just appeared and then said, "Peace be to you," the last thing I'm thinking of is having peace, right? I'm going to be scared to death. But yet, Jesus has a way of calming our fears. He did that once on Resurrection Sunday. The next Sunday, he appeared again because Thomas wasn't there. And see, that's what I love about Jesus. He leaves no one behind. And Jesus comes to Thomas, and he appears to him, and he reveals himself to him. Thomas makes this declaration, my Lord and my God. What happens next? It says that Jesus even ate some fish with them the first time. He said, give me something to eat, and they gave him a piece of broiled fish. All right, so here we go. 2 times in John 20, Jesus appears to the disciples. John 21 comes up. What happens? Peter and the rest of the disciples, Peter says, I'm going fishing. Forget this. No patience. Blows it again. And you know what? His decision, everyone else says, then we'll all go. See, we always blame Peter, but they all went back fishing. They forgot that quickly they forgot that Jesus was there. John 21, Jesus is there again. He reveals himself there at the sea. The disciples come up, and we're going to talk. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about during this season, there's a lot going on in our minds, and the enemy can remind us of what we did. He can remind us of our failures, and he does. He can remind us of who we are because of what we've done. But what I want to show you is we are not what we are because of what we've done. We are who we are because of what Jesus did and who Jesus says we are. Title of my sermon, I am who you say I am. Listen to that song by Hillsong, I am who you say I am. Get ready, lifers. We are going to have some kind of fun this coming up Sunday. I love you. I'll see you this Sunday through Facebook, YouTube, or on our website. God bless you.